Well, hi and welcome to my shop, and thanks so much for joining me. I'm just finishing changing the wires to the speaker in this radio from its plug. And the very last thing is to shrink down these covers. Okay, it's never too late to test all the capacitors. I kind of forgot to do it as I was working along, so let's do it now. So got a lot here. I don't expect any of these to come out good. Just a second. Let's put this like this. Keep me mindful of which one is the positive here. Doesn't matter with these capacitors though. Okay, first guy to go. 50 volts. Yes, it says 25, but in fact it's 50. And it opened right up. Next one. Oh, opened right up. Okay, we're going to go to, what's that, 250 volts. Oh, this one's testing really well. Where'd he come from? Where did he, has it got marks on it? No. 0.003. I think this is the, it's either the tone capacitor or the audio capacitor from the volume control. So that actually tested fairly good, surprisingly good for such an old radio. But this might explain why this radio worked. Okay, starting with 50 volts. This one would explain why it didn't work. That's a dud. That's a dud. So why would so many of these be duds and then one of them is test good? I don't know. Just luck of the draw, I think. So here's another one testing good. Ooh, what was that? Just bump this. Funny noises catch my attention. I guess they would with anybody. It doesn't open there. Better, but still crap. It's better crap. Volts, no good. So now you got to really wonder, how can a radio work with all this in there? Well, the test I'm doing is probably quite sensitive, and obviously the radio was operating. I'm not saying it was operating well. Seemed to though, sure seemed to. Right from the start. 50 volts. Wow. Okay. I think we know the general story here. Generally, these are all bad. No surprise. But you can see that we can't expect these things to check out new. What would be interesting is to take a brand new one of these, and there is no such thing anymore. Brand new one of these right off the factory and give it this test. Okay, pretty consistent there. So what's that really mean? It really means if this is under a lot of pressure in the radio, a couple hundred volts, or if it's in one of those kinds of positions, then there's going to be some amount of current leaking through it. Now that can have a consequence, or maybe not. In many cases, probably not. Yeah, just the leak alone. Whether this has its capacitance still in it, with that leak through it, I don't know what to say about that. It's an interesting question. I mean, you can model this with a capacitor paralleled with a resistor. I'm pretty sure that's an effective modeling of what we're measuring here. I don't know. Well, I mean, the proof is in how the radios operate. That's really where the proof lies. So I have the cabinet all cleaned up, ready to go. I got the radio. I have to do the face here of it. And we're cooking with gas. No, it's a radio. It cooks with electricity. Okay, let's see how much better I can make this look now. I can only work on the front. Can't do anything about what's in behind. Oh, I still have to glue the pointer onto the string. I forgot about that. Okay, let's clean this guy up first. Now I can already see what I'm pretty sure is skid marks on the back, probably where I was plunging things down. So there's quite, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Yeah, you can. So that's not going to go away. And wow, for the life of me, what if I stick some kind of like a duster down there? Go across and behind. We just can't know how good these numbers are. They're certainly on the back. And also, you know, don't be fooled. Once in a while, 3 things are on the back and 1 thing has been put on the front. Now, this is a plastic sheet, it's not even glass. So there's nothing on the front at all. Well, let's clean the front up, but before I get myself in trouble with the back, let's clean the front. I use this kind of stuff. That says headlight lens restorer. Okay, I'm not trying to market this stuff at all. Not even showing you what the brand is. Just go to the hardware store and try to find something that'll remove the dullness from your headlights. It's probably a good stuff's pretty. It has ammonia in it. That's its big deal. Get enough here. I don't know. That's enough. Yes, horrifying at first. I don't know. I'm gonna make it across with this much. I don't think so. Disaster in the making here. There we go. That's a good amount. That'll do it. I think there might be a little bit of grit in this. Sure looks like it. So I use this on glass a lot. It works really well. I guess there's just, you know, years and years and years, there are things that become so adherent to these surfaces that getting them off is not easy. Okay, so I'll let that dry up and then take it off. See what we got. Now what else do I need to clean? I must have something else around here. Okay, let that sit for just a little bit. Okay, it's just been a minute or two. Let's see if this stuff really is magic or not. This is just, it's an old sock, that's what it is, okay. Old sock. Yeah, you can put this stuff on metal too and it buffs it up really nice. And probably any product that claims to do this will do a good job. Oh, I can feel how smooth it is now. The cloth is just flying over it. So how much? Well, that looks a lot better. So, you know, the radio has a frame, a window. It comes around like this, and of course dirt collects in that edge, and that stuff can be really hard to get off. Now, the question is, should I gamble on fooling around in the back there? And what would I do it with? What have I possibly got that could go down there, uniformly remove 90% of the dust? You could fish something through and then go like this. You could do that. Fish something through without too much pressure. What would that be? What would, like a feather? A feather? No, you can't do anything with a feather here, can you? Feathers, eh? Okay. Let's give it a try. Now, this guy looks. That's a blue jay. That's a blue jay feather there. But it's not very good shape. This is ridiculous. But let's give it a try because I'm sure I can't hurt the radio any. Is it doing anything? It seems to actually be doing a little bit. See, I mean, the assumption is the dust is not held on very hard. Ooh, pull it out vertically. It does definitely put a mark. Gonna have to reset that pointer very carefully. I don't know. I don't know if this is really doing anything. It definitely is doing something. None of the numbers have come off. Got it, it's twisted so it's applying maximum, like it's crushing the feather in here. But yeah, I can see it sweeping up the dust. Oh my gosh, a new technique. Oh, you see that? Oh yeah. How do you like that, eh? Fixing a radio with a feather. Those vertical skid marks are very hard to see now. Still there though. Certain, oh yeah. Feathers have this amazing ability to reset themselves. Yeah, just like new. Amazing stuff. You know, when you really think about it, that life has figured all these things out just through trial and error, I guess, really. And that can give you this kind of fantastic result. These unbelievable, you know, materials that we're made of, and everything's made of. I think that's pretty good. There's a little dust on the front. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, a new tool in my shop. The feather tool. Yeah, looks like there's actually like a line of dirt or something drip down there. No way it's going to deal with that, I don't think. Minor stuff though. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. Feather in my cap. I don't have a cap. Feather in my toque. Okay, that's great. Now, next thing is, I think I'm going to have to fix this pointer properly onto the radio before I do any more. Yeah. Great. Okay, let's finish off all these tuning problems. One of them is, I had never mentioned this is pretty stiff to turn. Stiffness in this can come from quite a few places. One of them is one of the most common ones is right on the shaft here, how that's done. Another one is the bearings of the capacitor can become a little stiff. Sometimes when you have the string going through a lot of pulleys, all those pulleys kind of add up. Maybe one of them's stuck. It's not turning. I'm just checking that right now. No, they're turning. So, trying to get this to be a little looser, I think I'm going to try right in there. I'm just going to use WD-40 on it. I don't think it's a big deal. Just don't want to get it on the strings, and WD-40 has a way of spraying. You know, maybe I'll do this from the other side, but let's do it from the inside here. Because of what I just said, as much as you try to control those spray cans. So now we're up here. This is a much better. Yeah, I might put some oil on that. Other than WD-40? Nah, let's use WD-40. This will be good enough. Some kind of a spring plate here. You know what? This has got a spring plate on it. Can you see that there's a thin plate here that's bent? What is this? Oh, it's not at all what I was going to say. This is designed to have a certain amount of tension in it, but I don't think that's what that is. Like something you wouldn't want to oil? No, I want to oil this. There we go. Close your eyes when I spray this here. Oh, yeah. So, feel better? Well, it might take a while for it to kind of travel up in the shaft. No obvious change. Okay, we'll try the capacitor next. Usually these have usually, I think always have ball bearings. Whoops, look at that there. Can't look down here. There's the ball bearings. Give them a little shot. Okay, close your eyes. Oh, that was nice. That was a nice little shot. It still feels horrendously draggy. Now the last radio I did, actually, I ended up loosening the bearing on the capacitor to get the to get things freed up right. So another possibility is this slider is really gripping up here. No, there's no way that's gripping anything. It's noisy, but that's not the cause. Really doesn't feel any different. So another area in the capacitors, right in between here, they often have spring metal attempting to ground firmly this rotating shaft onto the frame of the capacitor right in there, and those things can drag a bit. I wouldn't think it'd be too much. You might say, oh, putting oil on these, what are essentially electrical connections, may not be a smart move, but never had WD-40 cause a problem of that sort. You know, whoa. Insulate things, or yeah, if anything, this feels worse. Really, it's really tough. Now I am turning the shaft without the knob on it, so I have to put a lot more force. If I had the knob out here, this wouldn't feel nearly as bad. So maybe that's good. Now maybe some of the lube didn't get all the way to the front here. Certainly looks like there's oil up in there. So I don't think I can do any more. I don't know what it is. Just put a knob on here. I will feel it. So I'm right. It doesn't feel nearly as bad when you have the knob on it. Okay, now getting this on the right place. So what I plan to do is pick a frequency like 600, where I know the radio was accurate before, and tune in 600 and make sure the pointer is sitting on it, and then I'll glue it. I have to mix up some more glue. Was there something else I needed to glue? There was something else. No, this is the something else. Couple kinds of glue. Actually, gluing it's not that easy, because the string is naturally pulling away. Pulling away. I don't think I can I glue it up here? I'm gonna have to, you know what I can do? I can clamp the string temporarily to the front panel with clips like this, and that'll pull the string in against the back, and then I'll be able to glue it. Okay, so the radio is roughly tuned to 600. Okay, I had to get everything operating here again. Oh, there's no speaker because I did the cabinet. Okay, let me stop. I'll get everything in here so we can play this radio. Here's a little look at the cabinet after I've done a little work on it. Just buffing it up, you know, using just your basic oils and stuff like that to fix up the cabinet. Didn't take much. This has all been rewired now, so I'll plug this in. What I mean by that is the speaker plug has been rewired. In case I didn't post the video part where I did it. Who's going in? Two fat guys here. Probably straight down. Probably straight up. There we go. Perfect. Now the wires I put on here are a lot more flexible, of course, but they still have some of the old wire leads going into the choke coil, so I don't want to bend these too much, he says, and then he immediately bends them. Okay, we take that off. Somehow I managed to not break the string on this radio too. I'm not going to change it unless I have to, because this is legitimate string here. This knot is untying itself. You put glue on your knots. There, that's where some glue can go. Okay, focus, radio. Radio coming on. Speaker in, no antenna. We're going to need some kind of antenna to do. No, we won't. I'm going to use a signal. Now, let's try a radio station. That sounds easier. Back. Put on an antenna. The switch needs to be thrown. We'll start this guy up, and while he's warming up, I'll run down and deal with the switch. There we are. We're on broadcast now. Away we go. Take only one light. There we go.
Tune in weekdays at noon for Hockey Central, brought to you by Lexus on the Park at Leslie
590
on Sportsnet 590 to Fan. Excitement is right around the corner at Casino Woodbine. More excitement than King Street on a Saturday. More rush than the fall. More highs than the Tower. More lights than Young and Dundas. More fun is just minutes away. Casino Woodbine, Toronto's home for gaming and entertainment. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, play smart.
Hey guys, it's never a good look when you untuck a long, bulky dress shirt. It just looks sloppy. That's why Untuck It makes shirts specifically designed to be worn untucked. And not only do they look good, they feel great too. Untuck It offers 50 fit combinations, so tall, short, slim, and bigger guys can experience the perfect fitting shirt. Come see for yourself at the 2 Toronto Untuck It locations in Yorkdale and Sherway Gardens. Or go to untuckit.ca. Use promo code Canada for 20% off your entire first purchase.
It's double the points time when you fuel up at participating
Higher.
mobile stations. Earn double the PC Optimum points or Esso Extra points on 6th, 7th, and 8th only. Conditions apply. See your local Esso or mobile station for details. Enjoy your coffee frothy, creamy, or iced
Go a lot
with
higher.
your cafe. Get any size premium roast coffee or a medium iced coffee for $1 plus tax. A medium latte is $2 plus tax. Now until March 8th. Better morning. Start with McCafe. See participating restaurants.
This doesn't break the string, I don't know. Okay, now we're up where we need to glue it. Still on 600 or 590.
Then what does a McDonald's McMuffin for just $3 do for you? Get a McMuffin sandwich for only $3. Plus tax, all offers valid till March 8th. See participating restaurants for details.
Hi, it's Fido. With the new Fido payment.
Okay, the last adjustment is at the moment of gluing.
For as little
The moment of gluing. Okay, gotta mix up some epoxy here and let her have it.
Off courtesy of Reliance Home Comfort. Find details at sportsnet.ca/590. More of Good Show with Ennis and Marcus on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Okay. Let's get it mixed up. Uh-oh. Can't have music. I'm gonna get a copyright hit, even for that. Okay, a little dab will do ya back here. This is kind of a permanent move. Is it really on 590? You know what, that pointer actually turned out to be on a bit of an angle, unfortunately. I didn't quite get it as level as I wanted. Let me see what's up here. That's got to hold it. Hopefully I didn't glue the, oh boy, did I? Oh, I mean, I may have glued this right to the radio. I hope not. What do you do about that? What do you do about that? What do you do about that, Jim? Because it's going to leave a bump, even if you break it free. I don't know what to do about it. Look at it very, very closely. See if it's really a problem. Quick, grab the other camera. Do it with that. And then I glue it. Did I over glue it? You can't see anything with this. Hang on. We gotta hurry, man. It's 10-minute epoxy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got a big disaster here. I have to do a bunch of computer stuff to bring up the focus box. I'm getting there. Quick, man. That stuff's drying even as I do it. Take it off auto. Put it on close zoom. Quickly. Quickly, man. What do we got? Oh, come on. Get it on. Well, doesn't look bad at all. Looks perfectly fine. No panic needed. Did not glue it to the radio. If I glued it right to the radio, then this would be a one-channel radio after that. Actually, with this radio, you could probably freeze the pointer in place and still turn the knob and get the capacitor to move. Be like magic. Yeah, did I really get it glued in the right spot? Did I really do this right? Sure. See, unfortunately my pointer is just a little to the left there. Not helping, but that's okay. That's good. It's good enough. Good enough. Don't look close. Okay, next thing to do, I have to do with the radio on too, is position these lights very, very precisely, and only one light is on. What happened there? And look out for this car to glue. And Jim, there is something you need to glue right away. Just 1 second here while I just... Okay, back to the light. Now, the whole objective here, and this is a good example, so it's going to be hard to look at in the camera. Yeah, it's a little hard to look at. So, although you see a big blob of white light, what's actually in here, I can see it with my eyes, is a filament right there. The idea is to get the filament to line up with the edge here. This edge is pretty dirty too. We want this edge clean behind the bulb there. So I'm going to risk burning my hands here. I take this bulb out briefly. Come on. This edge here. So you want the filament to line up right with the edge of glass, and then it beams a huge amount of light into this glass. If you don't line up the filament, you won't get this fantastic effect that these radios are supposed to have here. Let me put this back in. So this is actually something you need to spend a little bit of time on. Clearly I'm light bulb disabled. What's going on here? Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was close. So the string goes right across the... Oh, this radio's on, Jim. Careful. Can you see? This string is in the hole. The string goes right over the light bulb. Come on. Seriously. I gotta show you this. Look, I can't believe they would make it like this. I didn't notice this either, so here's the hole. Right, you gotta shove the bulb through, and there's the string right in the middle. Looking at it from the back, focus is pretty darn close here. Like it's lined right up. Sorry, it's out of focus. So what do? Push it which way? Which side do you go on? That's crazy, having the string drag over the light like that. I don't know. outside, inside. Seems like we always have a choice in these things. Outside. Outside is much easier to get away from it. Get away from the hole. Okay, I almost broke the string there. Doing that, not realizing that the string was in the hole. I mean, you know, you're supposed to think of things like that. Okay, so moving the string out of the way and putting the light bulb back in. Okay, now checking the filament line up here, which you can't really do. It's right on. So the socket is usually on a slider. You can slide it back and forth to adjust it. So that side's good. Now what's going on the other side? It's pretty dark. I think either the light bulb's loose. Oh, how do you like that? Yeah, I don't want this to go off. Once you put the radio back together, it's hard to get at these lights. Why is it like that? It's definitely in properly. I don't know that I'm doing anything useful here, but no string on this side. I gotta turn it. There, bayonet turned finally. Now, lining up. Oh, for crying out loud, I didn't clean this when I had it out. Ah, gotta do it. Oh, I might push the whole light back. There, that's easier. Nice and clean. Push it forward. And I'm looking right from above. I'm practically getting blinded by the filament in there. Just a wee bit further. So this is how most of these radios are made, especially once you have two lights right on the edge of the glass. Obviously, that's what they're intending on doing. So take the time to do that. Shall we check it? And the call for darkness. Now, those bright lights are gonna make this. I'll be back. I'll cover them with my hands. I'll do something. Darkness down we go. So you see how it, look at it, it's beautiful. Look at that. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Look, I'm x-raying my hands. Yeah. Okay, complete with x-rays. Fantastic. What a radio. I think this one's out just a wee bit too far. There. Okay, from here, oh, I gotta let this dry up for sure, so I'm gonna leave it alone for a while, then we're back in the cabin. Fantastic. Okay, let's see if the glue is glue. Is the glue glue? The set's no longer on. I really can't spin it around so you can see this, so. You know what? It still feels tacky. So I think I'm going to leave it for a little longer before I get myself in trouble with it here. Okay, let's find out if I really did this right. Is it glued? Beautiful. Working perfect. Lines up beautifully with the dot. Golden. Now, is it scraping the back of the glass? It is sliding right along the very bottom, somewhere down in here. So it might in the long run rub a line down there, but that's probably not visible once this is back in the cabinet. I declare that a success. Although you can... Oh my gosh, I kind of glued this on a bit of an angle here. Oh well. You know, it's not a communications receiver, is it? So I shouldn't get too fussy about it. Okay, into the cabinet you go, and I will have a look at this thing next. What it looks like in the cabinet. Great. There we are. Now there's a metal sheet right here, and it has to be in exactly the right position, or I won't be able to put the holding screws. Up there, I think I got it right. Something I'm glad I noticed, because if that metal plate was a little askew, I'd be trying to put the screw in. I wouldn't know why. Just like the string across the hole problem. Okay. Isn't that nice? How that came out? That's just a very simple oil you can buy in any kind of furniture. You can buy it anywhere, really. Just furniture oil. It's really no big deal. Just follow the instructions. Put it on pretty heavy. There we are. It's fitting in there nicely. Everything looks good. Knobs are centered. Pretty well a little high. They look like they're a little high. You put the bolt in and crank it down tighter. It should be okay. Speaking of which, did this radio came? Yeah, this came without its bolts. How much you want to bet? Somebody had that metal plate where they couldn't get the bolts in, and that's why there's no holding bolts in the radio. Just takes two right in the back. Let's flip them around. Here. I think the screws were missing. I don't think I have any laying around here. So. Okay, I gotta hunt down the right size screws and stuff for that. Okay, found some good screws to go in there. Just two in the back. Holding it in. There's nothing pulling the front down. Wait a minute, there is. Wait a minute. There's room for two more screws in here. Okay, two more. If I got any more of those screws, oh no. Maybe I used the only two I got. Back to the screw hunting. Okay, let's see what we got here. Lovely. Let's put some knobs on it, plug it in, give it a go. One of these knobs is really hard to push on. And these are probably the original knobs. That was easy. This one must be the toughie. Yeah, it is. A little noisy on the tuning, but bingo. But you don't push your luck now, Jim, by stressing anything. No stress now. She's ready. Okay, we'll plug her in. Ooh, we gotta put an antenna on it. This guy has no antenna of his own. There we are. Antenna's connected. Now, let me darken it down here so we get the drama. When I start it up, is it off? Turned off. Power switched on. Full power right from the start. Here we go. This is it. Holy jeez, it's dark in here. Oh, look at that. Turn it up just a little bit. Beautiful. It's in the dark. I'm in the dark here now. Come on, camera. Don't do this now. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm on the broadcast band.
Un extrait de la pièce Inframonde de Jennifer Halley, présentée à l'Icorne jusqu'au 6 avril à Montréal. Un extrait du film Marriage Story que nous allons lire à votre suggestion.
Oui, je vais absolument faire la scène de la chicanerie.
740.
Time 109.
680.
Howdy, Mississauga and Howdy, Brampton want to introduce you. Never. Who's number 2 in the
Actually, the second most Canadian argument ever.
Yes,
The
okay.
first being, which city is colder?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ottawa. Ottawa is colder. 610, that's a tough one to receive.
I remember driving out they're out in Surrey.
590.
Drove like 45 minutes to meet with them at their headquarters. And I walked in and
Buffalo. I don't know for sure that that's Buffalo, frankly, but I like to think it is. By the way, I yelled out Buffalo in the middle of one of my videos there. For those of you who don't realize it, Buffalo is a city in the United States. I just suddenly yelled, Buffalo! Probably got some people laughing. Let's try the shortwave band now. What time is it? It is 1 o'clock. So, here we go. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll come in here every hour and just run this through this band. See what we get. Not what? Oh. Not very impressive, that's for sure, but where'd that guy go? Well, that's the 1 o'clock. That's the 1 o'clock. Now, let's get some more light on this topic here. Yeah, isn't that a nice looking radio? You know, this is the kind I like. I personally really like this. The style, the wooden cabinet at around this size. In this case, it's got the corner speaker, which is kind of neat. And I don't know if you notice, this speaker actually does project on an angle out of the radio. Fantastic. I can see the light even here with my shop lights on. So I will come back each hour. I'm just going to run through that shortwave band and see what we get as the day progresses. Should come to life in a few hours, I think. We will see. Fantastic. Okay, time for the 2 p.m. run here. So I have other shortwave radios, of course, so I've been keeping an eye on what's happening. And the 9 megahertz band that we're stuck with this radio is not much on there. Not much at all, but we'll see what we get with this one. There we go. Oh, you know what? I have to run and flip the antenna switch because I was using it. Hang on. I'm just going to run and do that. Okay. What's that noise? Is that the radio? What is that? I don't think it's a radio. Whoa! Yeah,
de agua bendita.
there we go.
De darla, y no besar las imágenes de las procesiones. Luis Argüello es el portavoz de la conferencia episcopal. Estos gestos de devoción a las imágenes se pueden expresar de diversas maneras. Nosotros también podemos recomendarnos unos a otros que tomen protagonismo la mirada, que tome protagonismo la inclinación del cuerpo sobre el tocar con las manos o el besar. España es el cuarto país de la Unión Europea con más contagios, por detrás de Italia. Yo de esto. ¿Ya de salud?
Maybe there's a slight delay in the video or something, but if I tune the radio quickly, it sounds like it's all over the place there, that station. Here we are, two stations at 2 o'clock. We'll see what happens at 3 o'clock. Time for the 3 o'clock test. Now I did check my other shortwave radio. There's a few more things to hear. This is much stronger than it was.
Tras haber detectado 2 focos del brote de coronavirus en una residencia de ancianos de la capital. Se ha hecho es poner
una coalición de la plataforma ciudadana Cuba decide presentará este viernes en Haití ante ese órgano.
Radio Cuba. I think you said Cuba again.
حضور روحية ولهذا السبب ينهار أو تنهار. هذا ما تعنيه الكلمة.
There we go. That's the 3 o'clock test. See you at 4. It's 4 o'clock. There we go. It's 4 o'clock. Do you know where your shortwave stations are? So my other radio that I'm checking with suggests not much different than the last time. Maybe a little more. Oh, I don't think I switched the antenna when I checked. So the antenna is still connected here. So that was a false test. Let's see what we got here. Oh.
Muy bien, hoy sí me queda ver a las 4:30 del ley, que es muy dulce. ¿Tú también, Enrique? Yo creo que no. Bueno, pues te mando un WhatsApp. Vale, ves mañana a primera hora y así ya me entero. Te dejo dormir y lo ves. Vale.
It's a good strong signal there.
Hasta luego, buen fin de semana. Igualmente, adiós. ¿Qué nos vamos? Vamos musical. Hoy, desde mi punto de vista, esto es extraordinario.
Declaración de Derechos Humanos. Los
sábados a las 7 de la mañana y a las 11 de la noche. Y los domingos a las 11 de la noche por Radio Martí y por radiotelevisiónmartí.com.
Marty. So this is a Radio Marty, which is the propaganda voice of the United States government sending propaganda into Cuba. That's what it is. Or some would say it's actually all about Florida.
Begins operation on 9.350 megahertz. Our mailing address is 1300
idea the error there, right?
Asheville, Tennessee 37218.
It's more than I thought it was. I made sure the pointer was accurate on the AM band down in this area.
Today I have 5 special guests. That's right, you heard it, 5. And we're going to start it off with Dr. Augie David. Augie David International Ministries. Welcome back, Augie.
Thank you, Dr. Hanson. So good to be with you.
Well, I know you were in the area. You spoke at a great church yesterday.
جرائم اضطراب سياسي عدم استقرار مالي كل شيء يشير إلى أن أزمة لا مثيل لها على وشك الحدوث. استمعوا إلى راديو فرصة العالم الأخيرة لتعرفوا كيف يمكنكم أن تستعدوا روحيا لما سيأتي. راديو فرصة العالم الأخيرة نحضر الناس لرجوع مخلص الوجه.
عنوان درس الكلمة اليوم هل أدركت
It's 4 o'clock sharp.
محبة الآب لك أيها الخاطب؟ هل أدركت مقدار محبة الآب لك؟
Okay, back through it. So we got 2 or 3 strong stations, and then a couple of medium stations, and then there was 1 or 2 weak ones in there, or something like that right now. That's the 4 o'clock test. It's a little early for a test, but I'm going to try it anyway. It's 4:45, so I'm 15 minutes early. But I noticed on my other radio lots of signals, so let's see if that's true. The band range on this radio is different than the other radio, so I could be picking stuff up that's beyond the range of this radio. Okay, ready to go.
Con esta red europea de mujeres de la pesca, con la CEA, está, digámoslo así, de capa caída.
Bueno, yo no estoy desde el principio.
Lo que llegaron regularmente a la frontera. O sea, lo que yo...
This radio is made for tuning.
And he also starts for church. For the soul, schools for the mind, healthcare clinics for the body. And so I really like that. And
Okay, I'm back through. Pretty similar to last time, maybe a couple more stations in there. The strong stations are stronger yet. They're really booming in. So there we go. Okay, here we go. 25 after 5. Okay.
Por así decirlo, no está comprobado, ¿eh? De hecho, no tenemos datos reales sobre esto.
Carpenter, yo me quedé frío. Yo no podía creer aquello, que había muerto ella. Magnífica voz. Y yo también en una época llegué a transitar, después me arrepentí de eso, por el hecho este de que
durante la crisi economica argentina la restrizione della libera disposizione di denaro.
In my father's house, there are many mansions. If it was not so, I wouldn't have told you. For I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself.
Barely hear that. Okay, I wasn't quite as excited as I expected, considering what I saw on the spectrum display of the other radio. But here we go. I'm just going to shoot back. Two big guys on there. Okay, so be down here another half an hour or 45 minutes. Try it again. Okay, let's try this idea out. So on the SDR, there's a range there with the blue bar. What can I point to it? Something like this. The blue bar, that marks the official shortwave band, I guess today. But the radio is more like this. So it starts at 9250. 9250 is right down here. And it ends at 9750, and 9750 is up towards this way. So it's all this. So these are the signals that my SDR is picking up right now. These are shortwave signals. Let me just pick one here. I'll try listening to it. There we are. Let's go. You can see the fading of the stations as they get stronger and weaker on the waterfall. Okay, you can see a couple, interesting. See a couple signals show up briefly from the radio. The radio's local oscillator may appear on the SDR while we're doing this. Okay, so the first signal, it was just below 9.7. Right in here.
Bueno, pues una semana más nuestro compañero y experto en la tapa nos acompaña en los próximos minutos.
So that's the same station as where you see the highlight on the SDR right here. It's 96, what is that? 9690. On here would be 9690 would be much further over. Now we'll see if we just pick up the next station. Okay, so I can't leave this music playing on my video, but we heard it, and now I'll check. Nine 565. Sounds way better on this radio, eh? Wow, way better. Did I connect my antenna properly to SDR? I'm going to boost up the SDR here. I think I might boost it up if I do that. Yeah, it does not look boosted up at all. I had it clipped right on the body of the resistor back there. Hey, where'd the station go? Did it just jump? No. You can see the SDR drags it down a little bit. All kinds of weirdness now on the SDR because there'll be signals built up in this radio that are making it right out the antenna connection. Who would care in the past? Well, I've got another radio hooked up to that spot now, so you can see that on the SDR. Let's keep going.
Drink on work because you don't learn spiritual warfare with the body.
9420 is what that is on there. It's probably this one right here.
Give it only to their own people.
Yeah, that's the same station.
And we do it unworthily, but we
9455 is in fact where we are over here. I was pretty sure I got this right. What's that odd thing coming in from the left there? I could even get a copyright hit for something like that. I think that's probably here. I think that's it, yeah. So this radio is picking up everything that the SDR you're looking at is picking up, and that shouldn't be surprising. Now on the right of the SDR is the local oscillator coming in. What that thing on the left is, I don't know. And there's another one coming in. So I've come to believe of late that those signals like that are actual real signals coming. They must be coming out of this radio on its antenna. They're not intentional. They're, I don't know. I don't want to say more than that. They certainly are interesting though. So getting back to this radio though, doing fine. It's just not the best day. We're not having the best day for shortwave. That's good for now. Okay, here we go. 6:30. What's on the radio now?
Churchill, I sure would like to speak onto you about the proposal, but you were so kind.
Por la Fundación para la Democracia Panamericana, la
strong.
Red Latinoamericana de Jóvenes por la Democracia, la Unión Patriótica de Cuba, Cuba Decide, el Centro de Acción y Defensa por los Derechos Humanos y Civil Rights Defenders. Desde Washington para Radio y Televisión Martí les habló Michelle Saguet.
I think that's Radio Marty.
Dans le temps et surtout dans un autre pays en Syrie. C'était en fait cette décision en fin de semaine dernière dans la foulée de la mort d'une trentaine de soldats turcs dans la région d'Idlib, dans le nord-ouest de la Syrie, où la Turquie soutient la dernière poche de rebelles qui résiste contre le régime de Bachar el-Assad dans une guerre qui est sur le point de fêter, de commémorer.
You can see the station we're listening to is right here on the
À
SDR.
plusieurs reprises, on l'a dit, le président turc avait menacé d'ouvrir les frontières et de laisser les migrants rejoindre. 7 fois après cette attaque contre les soldats turcs, Recep Tayyip Erdogan a mis ses
You can see its strength go up and down on the SDR, and you can hear it on this radio.
le soutien des Européens à son opération en Syrie.
Avrupa ülkeleri şayet sorunu çözmek istiyorlarsa
Si les pays européens veulent qu'il y ait une solution à cette situation avec les réfugiés, ils doivent soutenir nos initiatives
that's
politiques.
94-20.
A expliqué Erdogan en milieu de semaine.
No.
Évidemment,
That's 96. Looks like 96-90. Okay, this should really be a little further over. So I was thinking, why would my radio be off? I was so careful when I aligned it. And I think the answer is there's a metal plate under the radio now. There was a thin metal plate inside the cabinet. I didn't think about its effect. But having put the radio back in, the radio is now sitting on a metal plate, and it's probably affected some of the coils. That's pretty good. So I'm thinking, how can I reach in there and adjust this a little bit? I don't know if I can. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if there's more to hear. It's as you can see on the clock, 6:40. We'll see what's in store.
Que nacer un porcentaje significativo, hay que nacer hombre. Bueno, pues yo creo que constata una realidad de discriminación real.
Very strong now. Here we go.
Entonces,
overcommunity.org. Call right now with your questions, your comments, your opinions, and even your complaints. I listen to them all. I'm the only one that listens to the calls, and I respond accordingly. The phone number is called U.S. Code 1.
That's full volume applied.
As Jesus said in Matthew 5:48, be ye perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. And as you know, Revelation 21:27.
no cuestión.
There we go. So let's see, it is almost 8 o'clock. Maybe I'll do this once more in about an hour, and we'll leave it at that, because I don't think there's going to be much more on here tonight. Great though. Sounds fantastic. Nice radio to tune. Wonderful.
Cuya mayor dificultad, dice, era el poco tiempo que dispusieron para el rodaje, aunque siempre contó con el apoyo de la directora.
Pues fue mucha comunicación. Ella lo tenía muy claro.
I'm going to finish that which God called me to do. And all these procrastinators Oh, you're God's man. Yes, sir, we believe God raised you up. Then they turn right around and say, now this is what you got.
Me interesa la canción, sino que este espacio fuera un espacio de canción para ella, el espectador fuera capaz de irla acompañando. Entonces, con Guido Berenblum, el diseñador sonoro, generamos como una especie de burbuja.
Well, I think that's it for testing this radio, and I want to thank you very, very much for joining me for this whole series. If you did, the end result is fantastic. I'm very happy with it. So thanks again for watching, and see you on the next video.